We are now recording. Let's make sure that we all know that, okay? And welcome to our last webinar in this particular prelim course. We do hope that we're going to have some more of these webinars and some more courses. Let's see what we can do. Today, we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to pat ourselves on the back for doing all this amazing work. Teachers have worked so hard. Mentors have worked hard. Everybody has worked hard on this course, and the result is fantastic. The result speaks for itself, okay? Before we start getting into the main content, of course, we always try to bring in a little bit of daily life and some things that are kind of important to us. And today, for a change, we have a different speaker. So it's not me, and it's not one of the trainers that you met in the past. It's going to be Massimo. So can I hand over to you, Massimo?
Thank you, Christina. So I want to start in the reverse order, which is I just want to share what I've got out of this course, and it is primarily inspired by all of you, knowing that each one of you is taking education and ideas into people's lives. And I have this picture of multiple stones being thrown into a lake. And the ripples, you can't even imagine where the ripples are going. So thank you, everybody. So yes, let me say something about myself. Christina, you were going to share the screen, or do you want me to?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. I just wanted to have a chance to see everybody before.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you.
We do that. There you go.
So I'm half Italian, half English. I was born in the north of Italy. Lake Como. That's my grandfather, and there are my parents with myself, and a part of my heart still lives there. But I moved to the UK when I was 3, and I live in beautiful Devon, which is in the southwest of England. Gets a lot of rain, but it's also why it's so green. We're close to the sea. I go running up on Dartmoor, and we hold a men's camp every year up in the middle of Dartmoor, which some of those pictures are showing you. Thank you, Marcia. Amazing. But I also wanted to tell you what my two main, if I had to distill my life down, my two main passions, and those are my grandchildren, and we have 3 at the moment with 1 coming on the way. There you see Joshua, the eldest, making pasta. And my other passion is making waves in terms of the environment and the climate and ecological crises that we find ourselves in. And in the midst of that, we are right now in the process of our government wanting to push forward another bill to restrict protests. And I'm very conscious that I'm talking to a lot of people from Brazil, and I'm a white male person. When I protest, if I get arrested, I get treated very well, and I'm very conscious of some of the differences. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, and I think that's all. I think that's all I have to say. And Christina, thank you for the opportunity of me being part of this course.
Great. Yes, it's been wonderful to have you here. Yes, and to share the whole process of doing this has been really wonderful. Thank you, Massimo. Good. So now you know a little bit more about him, okay? And his life, what he's interested in. I think that's important for us to get to know each other. All right. And basically, we're ready to start the main body of content here. Yeah. So what have we got on today? We're going to find out a little bit about the people who helped us on our course. And we've got some speakers coming in to share their feelings about the course that we've done, and maybe some things about our future plans. And I hope we will get to do a nice speaking activity later on. It's one of my favorites. And just enjoy all the things we have achieved today. All right. So I'd like to actually introduce Roy now, Roy Cross from the British Council, who's joining us as a guest. And he's going to say a few kind words about our course, I think. Roy, I'll let you share your screen.
Righto. Let me see if I can do that. Share screen, here we go. This is the one I want. So what can you see now, everybody? Partners round the world prelim,
yes.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's come up, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Roy Cross. I work for the British Council in the London team. We call it English for Education Systems, to work with ministries and teacher associations to help teachers do the best job they possibly can. Yeah. This particular project is a partnership between the British Council, English UK, which is the organisation of all the language schools. So Christina and Massimo School, Bell, is a member of English UK, and IATEFL, and Brazil is a member of IATEFL. And I'm going to show you now, I hope this works, a young man in a bike basket. That is my Uncle Arthur with the pipe. When I was little in North Yorkshire, we called every family friend uncle or auntie. And this was Uncle Arthur. And that is me, I guess, at the age of not much more than 1. So actually, 64 years ago, it's dreadful. This is what I suddenly thought when I had this picture. I'm an old man now. And I've just added this because Massimo showed his parents, so I thought I'd better show my parents too. Brothers and sisters, that's little Jeremy on my father's lap. I'm in the middle next to my sister Joanna, and that's tiny Timothy on my mother's lap at that point. And because Christina is mischievous, she chose this picture because it's not my wife that I'm sitting next to. We are in a punt. This is in Cambridge. I hope one day you get to come to Cambridge and you go on the river in these flat boats with a big stick at the back and a man who stands at the back and pushes you along. And this was a group visiting from Thailand, teacher trainers from Thailand who'd come to Cambridge. And let me do this. And here we have a little map which shows the location of the UK partners for prelim. So you can see Cambridge there, if you can see my mouse on Cambridge. Yeah, the opposition lives in Oxford. And up in the north, we have Leeds, Sheffield, Liverpool, Cardiff, Bristol, Bath, Cheltenham, Southampton, and a number of schools in London. So I don't know why we didn't have any Scottish schools. We have some Welsh schools. We have no Northern Irish schools. So that's the UK part of the partnership. And this is the exciting bit. This is all the countries around the world which you in Brazil are part of. And I guess you can identify Brazil, and most of you can identify Argentina, I guess, yeah? I think if you're like me, you'll find it a bit more difficult to be quite sure of these countries in Africa. Zambia, up there, little Guinea-Bissau, that I think is Cameroon, and that's Cote d'Ivoire, but I might have got those the wrong way around. Just one membership, one teacher association, Serbia, and then a little run of countries over here from Uzbekistan to Afghanistan to Pakistan to India, Bangladesh there, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia. And they're all part of prelim. I've been to 2 or 3 closing ceremonies this last week, none of them with such good music, but they've all been very happy and joyful affairs. And I'm delighted that this project and other projects have done such a good job in improving people's confidence. Yeah, people are good teachers. They just sometimes need a little bit more confidence in their own language to enable them to do their job even better. And it seems to me that Brazil and Bell together have done a great job. I'll leave it there, Christina, unless there's something I've forgotten to say that you think I should say.
I'm wondering if anyone has any questions for Roy.
And
Christina,
yeah, right. Yeah.
So Christina was saying, does anybody have any questions for Roy? Christina, your volume was low then.
And I can catch up with them in the chat if that's I'm happy to do that. Yeah. But welcome everybody. Thank you for having me as a guest. And I look forward to hearing more about your work together.
One question here. Is PRELIM part of Skills for Prosperity? I think that's a British Council project.
But I guess
right?
Skills for Prosperity it happens in Brazil, and the British Council is a part of that. The Lehman Foundation, I think, is the lead. Yeah. No. So PRELIM is different. PRELIM is different, especially for you and other teacher associations.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Roy. It's really good to get the bigger picture and understand how this project fits into this global initiative. And I should just say that actually, as far as I understand it, Roy is the person who came up with the whole idea of PRELIM. So he's not going to take, I think, the full credit for that. But I wanted to say thank you very much, Roy.
I would say that I had an idea on the back of an envelope, and you guys made it work. When people said to me, "What do you want?" I refused to say what I wanted, because it seemed to me Bell and Braz-Tisol would make a much better design. Yeah.
Yeah. So credit where credit is due. All right. Thank you so much for that. Wonderful. There's a lot of people we have to give some credit for, actually, in this particular final webinar. And one of the first people I want to say thank you to is actually Maria. Okay, without Maria Valencia, we would simply not have had a PRELIM course, because Maria is the one who, first of all, set up the public school SIG, and she's the one who saw this initiative and filled in the application form. So if Maria had not applied for the project, we would never have met. Okay, so a huge round of applause really for Maria. I mean, she's the one who's been behind the whole thing. All right, and I'm going to have to share some nice pictures of her. That's a good one of you guys with Jeremy. Yeah, and Marcia has done an amazing job behind the scenes. Whenever I have needed something, I have written to Marcia. Marcia, help, I need this, help, I need that, I need a translation, Marcia. And Marcia has immediately jumped in and helped out. She has worked an amazing number of hours and been online an amazing amount to support all of us in this project. So I'm thanking you, from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys doing that work, we would not be here today. All right. And of course, there have been a lot of wonderful mentors behind this hardworking little SIG group. Yeah. Maria, would you like to say anything before I show some pictures of our wonderful mentors?
Yes, please. First of all, I would like to ask Roy for permitting us to come closer to our fellow teachers from the very small cities of Brazil. We have organized 50 teachers from each region. We have 5 regions. So we have a lot of people here, and hopefully a lot of happy people here, because last class we were already missing the course. And thank you, Braz-Tisol, for permitting me to run this group, the public school SIG. That was my dream for a long time, and I have promised me that when I retired I would do something like that. So count on me. We are going to continue working like that. Don't be sad, it's just the beginning.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Maria. We are already making plans. I think we need a screenshot. Luis, screenshot, come on. Maria, do it again. You made a lovely heart. Go for it. Again, please. Luis. Yes. Okay, let's do it. I'm terrible at doing those things. That's great. Perfect. We want lots of good stuff on Facebook. It is actually true that this is just the beginning. We are already planning what we're going to do next. We have big plans. Okay. And in the meantime, of course, Telegram groups are continuing. Facebook is going to continue. I want more people to become admin of the Facebook and to be able to post. We need to change the permissions on that. I have a lot of plans, and we'll be having a webinar in 3 or 4 weeks' time anyway, to work out exactly how we can do some regular webinars without worrying about a second iteration of a course, okay? There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline, all right? Coming soon to a theater near you, Prelim 2, all right? We will announce it all later. The SIG group, of course, with Maria has worked really, really hard. I managed to get one picture of them all smiling during a meeting, all right? And I know there are more people than were in that particular shot, okay? Apologies if you weren't in that particular photo. Behind, in between all of us, we've had the mentors, okay? Working with Maria helping them at her end, and me making requests and asking for things at my end, and teachers also asking for help and support. And you guys have really done a fantastic job. I've seen you guys posting on Telegram and helping people out, organizing pairs, getting people to communicate with each other. It's been fantastic. And you really deserve a huge round of applause and cake and chocolate. Maybe some champagne, all right? And one day, perhaps your faces will be up there. If you were a teacher on this particular course, we will be looking for mentors in future courses. So do consider this, okay? Maybe you think, you know, I would be interested in helping some colleagues on a future course. So keep that in mind, because we will be trying to offer some kind of training to future mentors. Just a thought, all right? And one of the things I learned lots of things during this course, but one of the things I really understood was just how huge Brazil is. Just one little thing. That's a map of Brazil superimposed over Europe. And when I think about the enormous distances that are involved between everybody, and how difficult it would be for you to actually meet in real life, okay, I see what a fantastic thing it's been to have you all connect on social media and then also during these webinars. Yeah, it's quite incredible. I told my mother and she couldn't believe it. This is just one of many things I have figured out. The mentors have learned a lot too. So I'm not going to read the slides, but I'd like to give you a moment to read them, please. These are things that mentors said they learned from working on this course. And I think 250 teachers, it's amazing. Can I move on? So I think that our mentors deserve a huge round of applause. I really do. Raphael's gone off. Excellent. Wow. Mentors, would you like to say anything? You're welcome to unmute yourselves. Say hello. We'd love to hear your voices. Put up a hand, we'll also be able to see who wants to speak, because it's hard to see sometimes. Christina, you've unmuted yourself. Anyone?
They are shy today.
Yes,
This is
not
the
normally
first
shy.
time shy Brazilians. Good evening.
Can I?
Sergio.
It's a great moment, and it's a great opportunity for us as in Brazil. As Maria Valesa told us, that great opportunities are coming up, and this is that was a really good, nice opportunity for our teachers, because they don't have opportunities like this. And thank you so much for you all. Thank you so much. No words. Thank you, Roy Cross. Thank you, Massimo. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Maria Valésia. Thank you, Marcia, and all of the participants, mentors, Luis, Marcia. Thank you.
Surprising to have quiet Brazilians.
Okay, I will. Can I?
Yes, please.
Well, I'm from Amapá, the north of Brazil, and it was a pleasure to be part of this group. I learned a lot. And I remember as a mentor or as a representative, I tried to help some teachers. We had few teachers from here, unfortunately, but I was trying to help them, and I learned a lot because everything we had here, I was passing her, and I learned with the other teachers from different parts of Brazil, and I'm sure we are going to improve our classes. I teach in a public school for 21 years, and I'm in this project because I love education. And I'd like to thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lourdes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Esther wanted to say something.
Hello. I'm listening. Am I listening?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I thank you, all the mentors, especially you, Cristina, and the others. I don't remember all the names in that moment, but I'm so happy to have the opportunity to participate from this course, because it's very important to us teachers, principal in a public school, to get new ideas, simple ideas, but we don't have thinking about. So it was so wonderful for me, because I have the opportunity to get new ideas to my classes. Okay, thank you so much.
Wonderful, thank you. Simone. Yeah.
Hi. Maybe you don't know how much this course is important to us. This idea of connecting us, not only in our region, but in Brazil. It's very important because sometimes we don't have ideas how can we do things. And here we are sharing our insecurities. Sometimes I'm afraid of this or that, and I see that other teachers are like me, okay? And sometimes we don't know how to pronounce something, teach something, and the other teachers don't know either. And we share this, and we help one another, sharing ideas. So I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity to connecting us, and let's go on. I hope that. Thank you, all of you.
Very much, Simone. Thank you. Would one more person like to speak up?
May I say?
Yes, of course, Christina.
Thank you. Well, I'm very glad it was allowed me to be part of it. I'm thankful to Maria Valésia that is always pushing me. The days are very troubled now because of this pandemic. And I really tried. The days I couldn't, because it was because I was working around. But it really is very important for Brazilian teachers to have this opportunity, because I've been teaching for 34 years English and Spanish in Brazil. And private schools or public schools, generally we have meetings, but the meetings are around administration, around what you must do, things you can't do, but never about the English we use in classroom. They never bring us new ideas. Teachers share ideas when we have free time, very little free time. Now, with the pandemic times, we have very great groups in WhatsApp or Telegram or where else. And it really has showed us something that is great and at the same time very sad. Great because we have a big moment and space for sharing ideas, and really sad because it has stared to us the incapacity of our school structure, and I mean school structure, all the education structure in Brazil, how it is so weak, because we never have this kind of opportunity of growing as teachers, English teachers. Sorry, because of my brackets and my language is horrible when I'm wearing it. So learning and growing as professionals, we have very few spaces. I mean, structural spaces to do that. So there is no private school or public school that give us this opportunity of growing. Thank you so much.
We're going to make mechanisms by which you can replicate these conditions yourselves where you are. That's really important to me too. Thank you. Karen, you had your hand up. We'd love to hear from you too.
Hello. I just want to say thank you for all the mentors. It was a special, very special moment for us teachers. And I agreed with this colleague telling about the weakness, and I think there are a lot of things to get better, but we are teachers. We'll never, how can I say? We will always trying to get better and do the best for our students. We will never give up about education. Yes. And I just want to say thank you. It was very important. We are all facing this sad moments about pandemics, and this course, I am sure it helps all a lot. And thank you for all. And I just want to say that I'm improving and I'm getting better with my students. And it's so important. I hope it will be a lot of more courses like this.
So too. Thank you so much, Karen. That's wonderful.
Thanks.
Wonderful. I'd like to show some of the wonderful hard work and things that you guys created during our course. Okay.
Okay.
I can only show you a couple of slides because there's so much. I just tried to pick a representative sample of some of the wonderful things I have seen. There is so much out there on those Telegram groups. Leo made this wonderful set of visuals about the networking that he did when he was in the webinar, I think 2 weeks ago, and the different people that he spoke to. Okay, so he was able to speak to people in the breakout rooms from different parts of Brazil. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, and I know that that was the case for everybody else as well. I love the way that people were very inventive on Telegram, putting in audio files, writing dialogues, making videos. You know, everybody who put a video of themselves teaching something, it was absolutely fantastic to watch those videos. It's a model for us to learn from each other and to think, wow, I can do that. I'm going to try doing that. Because if you can make a little video of yourself, you can send it to the students. It doesn't have to be a very long or complicated one. There were some great examples. Okay, there were some wonderful examples, again, of videos, different groups. And, you know, you can rehearse. You can make the video and rehearse it with us, and we'll watch it. And then you can do the real one for the students later, if you like. Yeah, we're always happy to help each other with this. There were some fantastic scenes of nature as well. This thing of storks. I love storks and herons and birds. Somebody picked that up and then shared this. Can you imagine seeing all these wonderful herons walking around? Oh, gosh, serious bird and garden envy over here. And people made these amazing visuals about the homeworks. You didn't just fill in the worksheets, although you did that too. I saw pictures from your notebooks and worksheets that you printed up and wrote on, and then people used apps to make visuals. It was incredible. Yeah, people scripted dialogues to share what they had done. I think it's fantastic work. And of course, we have to, I think, say thank you for some of the great folklore and carnival hats. That was the star for me. I shared that far and wide. So thank you, Giuliani. That was an amazing story. There's the audio and the video, and with your permission later, I'm going to share that in my final report. I should say, Roy, Giuliani made this hat specially. We had a carnival webinar, an extra webinar, and you maybe already know the story. I can send you some links later about the moon god and the girl Naya and how she becomes this flower. It's a lovely story. So thank you for sharing that. I learned quite a lot and read quite a lot of websites later on about traditional stories. It's interesting. Okay, and of course we had to share these wonderful moonflowers. So we were lucky that there was one blooming in the Botanic Gardens here in Cambridge, and I was able to share the video link just at the right time with you guys, and you guys shared pictures back. Okay, just around carnival time. It was perfect. And of course we have to have some more carnival hats. They were fun. We should do this next year. Maybe put a bit of samba in there. You have to teach me how to do it though. Yeah, so we shared pictures of gardens, also of Cambridge, of course, but that's not so much fun here. And these wonderful beaches and videos. Oh, gosh, so wonderful to see the river and the sea. I was thoroughly impressed. Wouldn't you love that garden? That's incredible. Yeah. So from homework, we moved on to socializing and chatting and sharing things from our daily lives, things that we eat, things that we drink, and things that we see around us. Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why we've been able to form this really, really nice community. Yeah. At this point, I believe we have somebody from Brass TESOL who is in the room. I don't know who this person is, but perhaps Roy has spotted him or Maria has spotted him and you can introduce him.
Yeah, yes, it's Sergio, our first vice president.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and he's going to say some words, of course.
Yes, please. We would like that. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Hi. All right. First of all, I'd like to say how delighted and honored I'm to be here, representing my colleagues from the executive board, right, and the advisory board for Brass TESOL, and also to be able to talk to some very dear friends, right? Roy, hi, Roy. Good to see you again. Nice to meet you, Christina. Good to see you again, Maria Valeza, and it's very nice to see you all, right? So, as I said, I'm very honored to be part of such beautiful ceremony, right? And I'd like to thank you all the team that set up this wonderful course, right? And Maria Valeza said that she thanks us for allowing her to run this course, but I think it's quite the opposite. We have to thank her and all the team, and Christina and Roy and all the British Council for setting this up and making this happen, right? It's we from Brass TESOL, from the executive board, we've been discussing and we've been trying to bring public teachers closer to the association. So it is a dream come true to see them taking part in this event and see them being part of the association, right? So I thank you all, the whole team that put this event together and made it come true, right? Thank you very much. Applauses to you. And I'd like to commend on the teachers who took part in this course, because I know how hard it is being a teacher in Brazil, right? And I think it's fair to say that it's a bit harder when you are a public school teacher. So I really, really thank you for, you know, stepping forward and taking this course, for believing in this occupation that is so difficult to be part of these days. And on top of all that, amidst this ordeal that this pandemic has been, right? So I really commend you on your effort and everything that you've produced. I was taking notes of some ideas while Christina was, you know, showing the slides. It's like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. So I'm sure it was a great course, and I really hope that there is more of it coming soon. And do count on us from Prestige, so from the executive board, from the chapters and SIGs, to help you with that, right? And I would also like to take the opportunity to invite you all for our international convention. It's going to happen. It's going to be online, right? And it's going to happen from July the 14th to July the 17th this year. We're working hard to set up a wonderful event, and I will be not only happy, but honored to have you all as part of this event. So thank you for having me as a guest for this wonderful event. And I, just like to say, once again, thank you.